One of the first rules you learn about business is location, location, location. A lemonade stand at a football game, good location. Wyoming versus Nebraska in the 6th annual six-man shootout football game at KC. First quarter, Nebraska were in the white. Second play from scrimmage, Jonah Mysek of St. Edward. I think he went untouched on this 33-yard run. PAT no good. We've only played 15 seconds, and it's 6-0. Wyoming's offense had to respond to that early score, and they did. Dalton Abar of Matitsi wanted to get the hometown player involved. Reed Stafford of KC hauls in the catch for 30 yards plus down to the Nebraska 5, and the home team was knocking on the door. About 2 plays later, Abar will finish the job on the sweep around the right side. He did a lot of running for just 3 yards, but it got the points. The 2-point kick would give the home team an 8-6 lead. Next possession, Abar again. He's looking for somebody and sees nobody, so he has to do it himself. Watch this collision with Evan Roberts of St. Edward, and Roberts lost that exchange. Abar busts loose for 57 yards. He had 257 on the ground in this game. Wyoming now up 14-6. First play after the kickoff, Nebraska would answer. Fooled the camera for a moment. Mysek gave it up, got it back, and took off for 65 yards. He had 167 yards of his own. The visitors are right back in this game, down 14-12. After getting a turnover on downs, Nebraska would set up shop in enemy territory. First play, Graydon Hollowell of Walt Hill finds the hole, and by the time someone was able to drag him down, it was too late. 27 yards, and the lead has changed hands, with the scoreboard reading 18-14. Wyoming was trying to match their opponent blow for blow, but on this play they hit themselves. Fumble on the exchange. Alex Burney of Riverside falls on the ball, and the visitors once again would have a short field to work with. 3 plays later, Mysek takes the pitch, then quickly dumps the ball to Jacob Simonson of Heartland Lutheran, who will take care of the rest. Twice he would juke a would-be tackler, and he will score on a 30-yard play. Nebraska was feeling pretty good with a 25-14 advantage. The home team would try to get someone new in. Abar wants Bodie Penning out of Hewlett, and he's got him for 29 yards and a score. That's Penning's only catch of the game, but it was worth it. Wyoming was only down 25-22 after the first 12 minutes. Second quarter, at the rate the scores were going, it was starting to look like whichever team made the fewest mistakes was going to win. Braden Olson of St. Edward is going to get relieved of his duties. Wyoming would recover. The ref said Thomas Rosanico of Farson Eden recovered it first before Abar did. They play for the same team, so we know which one has possession of the ball. On the next play, it's funny how quickly momentum can change. I think Cody Quinn of Guernsey Sunrise was trying to get rid of the ball. Unfortunately, he did not see Zach Deissner of Spalding Academy. Nebraska would start a drive inside the red zone, but the Wyoming defense was able to hold and prevent any further damage. Moving on, a problem was developing. Abar thinks he has a receiver downfield, but Keenan Rasmussen of St. Edward is going to step in front of the pass and head the other way. He would get past midfield when it was all said and done, and the visitors were definitely winning both the turnover battle and with starting field position. 2 plays later, they would cash in on the turnover. Jacob Simonson of Heartland Lutheran flares the ball to Hollowell, who is off to the races on this 46-yard play. Hollowell had 163 yards receiving, and his team would move ahead 32-22. The home team would try again, this time in the red zone. Quinn is going to get picked off by Rasmussen at the 3. Quinn had 3 INTs in the game, and that's the 4th turnover so far this half for Team Wyoming. On the next play, following an offsides penalty, Hollowell will avoid the pressure. Mysek is open, and there is 72 yards of open field ahead of him. That was his only catch of the game, and it was a big one. Mysek was named Offensive MVP of the game. Nebraska now ahead 38-22. On the ensuing kickoff, and if I say that and I'm showing it, that means something happened. Cole Burbank of Matitsi will field the ball. He got a decent return, but the ball would come loose and land at the feet of Simonson, who knows what to do with that free gift. 31 yards on the fumble return, 2 scores in roughly 20 seconds. The scoreboard reads 45-22. Last play of the quarter, 4th and goal from the 20. Here's Mysek again, reversing course. The buzzer goes off, but the play continues. He will zig and zag and find a way to score. That's determination. Nebraska was up comfortably 52-22 going into halftime. Third quarter, Nebraska would back off some, and a little too much on this play. Simonson has to eat it. Austin Nicholson of Burlington was the first to get to him, and he will get credit for the safety. Wyoming was still in a pretty big hole, down 52-24. They had to get something going offensively. It has been a while. Bernie's going to bust through for the sack and kill that drive. That's why he was named Defensive MVP. Riverside is the three-time defending Nebraska six-man state champs, and he showed why. Just to add on a little insurance, the visitors decided to add on one more score. Hollowell's going to find a very wide-open Colby Crow from McPherson County. That 11-yard catch was easy, and Nebraska was up 58-24 going into the final 12 minutes. Fourth quarter, Wyoming finally got something going, but it was a bit late. They fooled the camera on this play. It ended up being Brock Baker of DuBois scoring on a 3-yard run. There's still a lot of work to do, trailing 58-30. The defense did have a few moments here and there. This is one of the better ones. I don't know if Rosanico is a wrestler or not, but there was no way that Hollowell was going to get by him. 2 points for the takedown. I know, wrong sport, but it was entertaining to watch. Time is running out, and the deficit is just too big to overcome, but the home team did not quit. Abar will hook up with Stafford on a 5-yard play to provide the final score of the game. Abar, Stafford, and Garrett Cooper of Lingle Fort Laramie are all heading to the Can-Am Bowl in a couple of weeks to play for Team USA. As far as this game goes, those 5 first-half turnovers ended up being the knife in the back. Nebraska cashed in and would win their third straight game in the series and even it up at 3 wins each. Final score, 58-38.